everybody. How are you guys doing? Yes, I am smiling from ear to ear because I am hanging out with my girl, the one and only Darby Baham. Y'all know that's my shoe girly. That's my book girly. That's my buddy, Darby Baham. And guess what, guys? At the Black Romance Book Fest this year, we got to meet in person. So I got to show Darby some love. I got to fangirl over her, all of that good stuff as well. Darby, my friend, welcome back to the cafe. And in addition to welcome you back, happy new release, my friend. You have one that's hot off the press, and this one is called A Risk Worth Taking. And Darby, it is always a pleasure, my friend, for you to come and to hang out with us. And of course, guys, if you have not done so already, before Darby introduce herself, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on down to the cafe, your beverage, pull up a seat, because Darby Baham is going to be spilling a little bit of tea about her new release on today, A Risk Worth Taking. Oh my goodness, Darby. Again, welcome back to the cafe. And in addition to us welcoming you back, please introduce yourself to the people.
Well, Angela, I'm so excited to be here tonight. We got to finally meet in person at Black Romance Book Fest. So I'm excited to see you again online now and just be on the literary cafe and talk about the new book. So thank you for having me. Thank you for everyone who's joining us tonight. As Angela said, I am Darby Baham. I am the author of the Friendship Chronicles series, which is romance series with Harlequin. And as she mentioned, my 6th book just came out last Tuesday, and I'm excited. It's a friends to lovers romance, and it follows one of the characters who's been throughout the series finally finding her happy ever after after she's been rooting on her friends this whole time. So I'm excited to talk more about what we're doing here. A little bit more about me. I'm a storyteller. I'm originally from New Orleans. I live in New York now, and I'm just happy to be on today.
I love it. I love it. And Darby, you shared something with the people that they may not know. Guys, this is a part of a series. This is the Friendship Chronicles. Oh my goodness. She started out with the Shoe Diary. We'll definitely we'll let you know, the order that the books came out in as well. But the one that just released, this is Giselle's story. And Darby, what was that like for you? I mean, this is book 6, my friend, hanging out with these friends. What was that like for you as the writer? Give us a little behind the scene.
Yeah, it was both exhilarating and a little scary, right? So for the people who have been reading the series this whole time, I definitely wanted to give them, I wanted them to feel good about like what happens for Giselle after you've seen her rooting on her friends all this time. But then I was excited to tell her story. I was excited it's a friends to lovers romance, but it's also got a little bit of a love triangle spice in it. So I was really excited to tell the story of, a Black woman being desired by 2 very eligible, very attractive, very charming Black men, and being able to decide who works for her, So I was excited about that.
Darby,
I also,
Darby,
okay,
you gotta spill some tea, my friend. Did you know that you was gonna tap into the love triangle just a little bit? Did you know that? Did you know, or did the characters just start speaking to you?
So I didn't know when I first introduced Giselle, which was in book number 4. But I knew before I started writing this one that it would be a love triangle / friends to lovers. Because I am the ultimate plotter. So it's very rare that something that big of a deal comes to me in the moment. Like I've already, I've got my very detailed outline that covers like what I want to happen in each scene and how I want that to drive the story. So I knew, partly selfishly, that I wanted her, yes, to end up with, who she ends up with at the end, but I definitely wanted to, spice it up and have it be like, he's not the only option, like she chooses him because she wants to be with him, not because that's the only option that she has. And I don't know, I was just really excited to tell that story. It was also a little personal for me in that I really wanted to, and a big plot B of the story is that she learns, that all her dreams and her biggest goals are worth fighting for in this book. And that includes love, but it is also what she wants to do in her career and all that kind of stuff. And just selfishly at the time, I needed to see someone do that and win. So I was like, what did Toni Morrison say? If you need to read it, write it, right? So that's what I did. And I'm hoping that, folks can relate to it as much as I did.
I love that. I love that. Guys, let me just tell you, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with Darby Baham on today, guys. This is book 6 in the Friendship Chronicles series. It is a risk worth taking. And Darby, of course, before we get into the goodness and you spill a little more tea, we have to talk about this cover, my friend. Oh my goodness. You have the best covers. Oh my goodness. Please share with us. What was that like when Darby Baham saw her final cover for A Risk Worth Taking?
Thank you. Well, I guess I'm thanking you on behalf of Harlequin because they did it. But I was excited for a few reasons. One, because it actually shows um they're not wearing those same clothes, but it is mimicking a scene that's in the book. So I was excited that they chose that to put on the cover. I was excited that they found a black man with locks to put on the cover because that was not a guarantee, right? There are not as many things that you can do when you're using real people as when you're using, illustrations. So I was really excited for that. And I love the colors. I love the campfire scene. It gives you like a little nod to what happens in the story. I'm a big fan of pink when it comes to brown people. So I was really excited about that. And on top of all of that, I love the chemistry that the two have on the cover. You can tell that they've got something there that you want to find out what's going on.
Yeah. And of course, Darby, you got to share a little bit about this title. Was it the original working title or did it come along? A Risk Worth Taking.
So I'm proud to say, because I'm not great at titles, that I actually came up with this one and they liked it. But it didn't start off with it. I know, right? Look at me. Usually, except for the Shoe Diaries, titles come to me at the end. And that's the same thing that happened here. I had a few different titles in mind after having written the book. And there's a few different moments throughout the book where she's talking to different people and they're talking about whether the things that you want in life are worth risking, like fear, rejection, it not working out. And there's a scene where one of her friends says, like, all love is risky, but it's worth it. And I was like, I feel like that's the title. Harlequin agreed. And so I was really happy about that.
Oh my goodness, guys, if you're just hanging out with us, if you have not done so already, like, tag, and share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on down to the cafe. We are hanging out with author Darby Baham on today, guys. She has a new release. It is hot off the press. It is called A Risk Worth Taking. And guess what? You already know. Just a little bit later in the show on today, Darby will be sharing just a short snippet of this as well. Now, Darby, we have to talk about these characters just a little bit, my friend. There's so much goodness and richness in this story to talk about. But for you, if you think about the characters or what have you, and we'll ask this question first. Is there a character that surprised you? And I know that you are a plotter, but is there a character that surprised you how they showed up on the page?
Yes, I am a plotter, but yes, characters do surprise
Okay.
me.
Mhm.
I,
But Darby, who do
I
tell,
know,
do
right?
tell.
Yeah. Jake has been surprising for me. If you don't have to have read the Shoe
Okay.
Diaries, but if you read the Shoe Diaries, then you know that that's where he came in, and he and Reagan are now engaged going into this story, and so they're like side characters of what's going on with Giselle's story, and the fact that Jake is now at the point where he can give advice and be like, "Don't do what I did." Don't take so long to realize what's in front of you.
let me just save you. Don't do what I did.
Right, right, right. And so I've actually really grown to love Reagan and Jake's relationship because they can joke with each other about how many tries it took them, but they're also like always rooting their friends on and being like, look, learn from us. When you got the good
Yeah.
thing, don't deny it. Don't be running scared from it. Just go for it. And so
Wow.
those, not Reagan necessarily, but Jake for sure has surprised me. Um, and I loved getting to show Jake's friendship with Brandon in this book, right? And
Mhm.
so it's you get the girlfriends as always, but you got a little bit of flavor of the guy friendship as well.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
that all plays out in this larger group.
Nice, nice. Now, let's talk a little bit about we're going to talk about both Philip and Brandon. You can decide which one you want to talk about first, but give us a little bit about their characters. How would you describe them for us?
Oh, okay. So they are on two different sides of the spectrum. I'll say
Yes.
that. um, Someone that I was speaking with said that, Philip is like if you need someone to ground you, and Brandon is if you need someone to push you, right? So Philip
Ooh,
is,
okay.
he's again very charming. And in my head, I had him, I had my inspiration for him was Keith Powers, if you know what Keith Powers looks like. So, um, yes, he's very right, exactly. Exactly. He's very stable, he's a sports agent, he's really secure, he's really intentional. He provides what Giselle for sure believes that she needs because she's been disappointed
Yeah.
by so many people that she's like, I just want someone who like I know that they want to be with me. I know what their intentions are about. He's very much that person that's like, I don't, promise anything that I can't, that I know I'm not sure that I can't do, right? Like he is just like an all-around good guy, right? And then there's Brandon, who is, I like to say he's like a playboy. Well, he's a, what is that called? It's a cinnamon roll, right? But he's masquerading as a playboy. And so, Brandon is that guy that just lives life how whatever makes him happy. He
Yeah.
went to Stanford and everybody in his family thought that that meant he was gonna like, you know, become a lawyer or a doctor or something like that. He went on to create his own personal fitness company, right? Like, so
Mhm.
he just does things how he wants to do them.
Yeah.
Um, he's not bound by expectations by other
Mhm.
people. He is the person that is like, you should only be going for whatever makes your heart skip a beat, like at all times. I don't care if you're scared, do it scared, right?
Do it
Um,
scared.
yeah. And so he is part of her friendship group in terms of like an extended friendship, and they have become really close friends, but he's a part of the friendship because he's like best friends with Jake. And
Yeah.
so he is best friends with her friend's fiance. That's like a very like extended sort of thing. But he's the like almost like the black sheep in the friendship group. Like I said, he does what he
Mhm.
wants to do, right? And they all love him for it, but they're all just like, Brandon, like you can't take him seriously. He's gonna do whatever makes him happy. And so she's presented with those two, types of characters who
Mhm.
both she doesn't know it at the time. She doesn't know that Brandon has feelings for her originally, but she finds out and it's like, oh crap, what am I gonna do now?
Right.
You
Oh, she finds
Right,
out.
exactly. And she has had a secret crush on him for a while, but he's a playboy. He's all the things that feel risky to her, right? He's a playboy.
Right. Yeah.
She doesn't want to mess up the friendship dynamics. You know, she's worried that, like, well, none of his relationships have worked out. None of my relationships have worked out. Us coming together is just going to be a mess. Like, we're just going to ruin each other. Like, it's just going to be a mess. And so she's initially drawn to Philip because Philip is
Yeah.
like, he's just a good guy. And I've had some people text me or message me on Instagram like, oh, I don't know. I really like Philip.
Look, Darby, got some Team Philip fans, okay? Some Team Philip, okay? Hey, if you've read it, put in the comments. Are you Team Philip or are you Team Brandon?
That's great. I want you to like Philip. I want you to like both of them, right? There's no wrong answer here.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
just who works for her. And I think
Mm,
that that's like in most things in life are like that. It's not like you're going to have an evil person and a angel, right? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really just about figuring out what works for you, not necessarily like who works on paper. Is
Yeah.
essentially.
And
Yeah.
Darby, one, and this is guys, this is not like a spoiler. This is actually a part of the blurb, but it says, after years of failed romances, Giselle Lewis has decided to play it safe. She's given up on getting swept off her feet or fallen head over heels. These days, she much rather keep her feet on the ground as she tiptoes cautiously into love with someone sensible, someone relatable. I'm sorry, someone reliable and someone predictable, someone who definitely isn't Brandon. Okay, so y'all keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. But I wanted to read that little bit, Darby, because with this book, and you think of Giselle and her feelings, okay, how would you define sensible love, okay, versus
Uh-huh.
swept off your feet love? And where do you feel like
Woo.
this story lands? Look, so can we get a little bit of tea? You might have to think about it a little bit.
Woo. Okay. Yeah, that's a tough question. I mean, I think I will speak for Giselle here and not Darby.
Okay, okay.
So when
Look, we
she's
hear you.
talking
Come
about
through, come
I know,
through.
right. When she's talking about sensible love, she has this conversation with her friends early in the book, and she's like, "Look, we all have dreams of the fairy tale, right? Like, where
Mhm.
like you see that guy from across the room. Every meet cute is like this, right? Like you see that guy from across the
Right.
room, and you all can't stop like staring at each other. The moon and the stars align, all that kind of stuff." She's like, "Look, I just want someone who's for me, who I know who is for me, and I don't have to
Mhm.
question, like, what their intentions are. I don't have
Yeah.
to question, like, if they're a good person." She's like, "I'm just tired of what she would probably consider like the butterflies that don't go anywhere, right? So
Oh,
all of the
okay.
passion and the chemistry, but then
Yeah.
there's no foundation underneath it. There's no
Mhm.
grounding." And so
Yeah.
that's what she's looking for when she says sensible, something
Mhm.
stable, something that
Yeah.
feels long lasting, something that feels real, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, on the like falling head over heels part, she would say that that is something that feels like she can't control it, right? It's
Mhm.
something that's like it happens at her behest. It happens like, where she's like, I don't know. And she's had this before. She's had like the thing that started off as a fairy tale, the thing that, she talks about when she's illustrating a picture one time, or there's a flashback where she's like, she thought that she had met the guy, and like, I don't remember how long, but like not too long after, she has someone call her and be like, "By the way, like just so you know, I'm pregnant for him," and like all of that drama. And so she's like, she has associated the butterflies and the like falling head over heels with something that feels unsteady, something that feels
Mhm.
like you can't control it, something that feels like a flash in the night,
Uh-huh.
like, oh, it's going to be great for a time, but it's not something where like I'll be able to call this person my person in a year. And she's just tired of that. She's like, I don't want that anymore. Um, and she has associated Brandon with all of those risks, even without like talking to him, right?
Right.
About she's just like, I don't know, like he just seems that way. And so she's put all of her past disappointments and rejections and all that stuff onto any sort of potential with Brandon. So she's like, anybody but him. It could be anybody but him.
Right. It's not him.
Because her friends are like, girl, Brandon's been here this whole time. Like,
Right.
he's
Yeah,
the one that's like always in your corner. He's the one that's always pushing you to do like what feels good. He was the one
Yeah.
who, he's the one like rooting you on. And she's like, no, I've been burned too much. I just want something that's just here instead of like cloud nine, right? She doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
scared of cloud nine because if you have cloud nine, you can fall harder, right? If it
Mm.
doesn't work out. And so she's like, I'll settle for cloud two. Like cloud two is fine. It's decent. It's cool.
Guys, as you can see, we are having a great time hanging out with Darby Baham. She is spilling the tea. We're talking all things a risk worth taking. It is hot off the press. We will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of it. It's available in ebook, it's available in print. And in just a moment, Darby is going to be sharing just a short snippet with us for this amazing story that you guys will enjoy as well. Now, Darby, again, coming from Giselle's perspective, what would you say kind of inspired that internal conflict that she had between safety and passion?
Mhm. Well, so she has been in New York for about a decade. So
Mhm.
she's in her early 30s. She moved there right after college. And she came to New York with these big dreams,
Mhm.
right? Which a lot of people do. She's
Mhm.
like, I'm going to take on the world. I'm going to be this professional illustrator. I'm going to do stuff that just makes meaningful change. And not only in her career, but also in her love life. She's just been sort of, I don't want to say beaten down because that sounds bad, but she's received rejection after rejection, and
Mhm.
it's made her honestly forget how much of a badass she is, right? Like her friends still see her as that.
Right.
Her friends are like, girl, do you know who you are? Like, do you know who you are when you look in the mirror? And she's like, yeah, like you're not wrong, but doing all of that just like gets me hurt and I'd rather just not, right? So
Mhm.
she's just she's settled into what feels comfortable.
Mm.
Um, even with, she's a housing advocate now, and there's nothing not risky about being a housing advocate, right? Like there's all kinds of risk involved with that. But even
Mhm.
with that job, she's like started doing things that are like, well, I mean, if we get 20 people housing, like that's doing something as opposed to like when she came into the city, she's like, I want to get everybody. Like she just had these big dreams. And she even says in one instance, like, the big dreams and these like big goals and these risky things are the folly of like an early 20s person.
Yeah.
And now in her 30s, she's just like, I don't know, I'd rather do stuff that I know works. And,
Yeah.
and that certainly plays out in her love life. Her friends sort of joke with her about how she's had her boy toys. Um, but those have been because, she can't be hurt by the boy toys because she doesn't have expectations for them. She's like,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, like that's fine. Like I can play the game with you. But she realizes at the beginning of the story, like, okay, I'm kind of tired of that, but like, I don't, she's still not quite ready to be like, let me just jump into the pool. She's like,
Yeah.
my toe into the pool and see if it's cold, you know? And I will say, I purposely had her and Reagan's connection be really strong in this book because
Mhm.
Reagan also in the Shoe Diaries dealt a lot with the idea of like, what are you willing to risk for the
Yeah.
things that make you happy? She
Yeah.
takes on a risk list in the Shoe Diaries to go about trying to figure out what makes her feel fulfilled. And so, 5 books later, she's now able to be like the friend who can coach her friend and be like, oh,
Yeah.
you don't have to do a risk list like I did. You just have to like because that was ridiculous, by the way. But you just have to like figure out what makes you happy and
Yeah.
if it's worth risking, like what feels a lot of it is also just like in her mind, right? It's like it
Mhm.
feels risky. You don't necessarily know that it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of this is just like past trauma. It's just past like things she's taking. Oh, that didn't work out, so I know this won't work out.
Yeah.
And thankfully, she has her girls next to her to be like, "Is that really what you believe? Like, do you really believe because this relationship didn't work out that means that you are doomed to never have a relationship work out?"
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
in a moment of vulnerability, she's like, "I mean, I don't wanna believe it, but, like, I don't have anything that shows me otherwise, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like why would it be any different from what I've experienced before? And
Wow.
thankfully Reagan is there to be like, well, but you haven't tried this one before. Like, get it
Guys,
together.
let me just tell you, if you are just joining us, if you have just hopped on, we are having an amazing conversation with author Darby Baham, guys. Hot off the press is her latest release. It is called A Risk Worth Taking. It's available in ebook and it's available in print. And I know you guys are ready. Okay, so I'm going to let Darby share with us just a little snippet. Darby, sorry. We're going to turn it over to you, my friend. If you can kind of set the scene and set the tone for us, and you can start reading when you're ready.
Okay. I debated on which excerpt I was going to do here, but I
Oh,
ultimately settled on, thank you, Jennifer. And hi, everyone in the comments. I ultimately settled on, and hopefully this was one of your favorite scenes as well, Angela.
okay.
Um, so um, Giselle and a bunch of their friends have decided to go on a cabin trip for Reagan's birthday. And she thinks that she is in adjoining rooms with her friend Jennifer. And she finds out in a very interesting way that she is not.
No.
She finds out by going into the bathroom when she thinks that Jennifer is in the shower, and lo and behold, it's actually Brandon. Uh, and so now she's caught up in this moment where the guy that she's had a secret crush on, she knows that he's in the shower and she's in the bathroom, and she's like, I don't know what to do right now. I'm stuck. Okay, so just a quick snippet here. And this is after he is, by the way, she's standing in the mirror because she's stuck. She doesn't know what to do. And he's behind her. So she's sort of like hearing what's happening behind her. Brandon's stride was slow and steady, reinforcing how natural this all must have seemed to him. He was, after all, a man so confident in his own skin that he couldn't even fathom the idea of being completely thrown off by the potential of someone else seeing it. But for me, the anticipation of his approach only amplified all the sensations running through my body. I would not turn around. I could not turn around. And yet the tiny hairs prickling on the back of my neck didn't care if I actually saw him or not as he drew closer. They'd already been working together with my brain to send consistent pulses to my vagina that threatened to make me soak through my panties if I didn't pull myself together. Finally, eventually, Brandon stopped, positioning himself directly behind me. I barely had time to process how close he was to me when he casually leaned over my shoulder and wiped a large portion of the mirror clean with his hand, just enough so that we could suddenly see from the tops of both our heads to the outline of his collarbone. As he did so, Brandon's chest very lightly grazed the upper corner of my back, instantly jolting me from fantasy into reality. It would be no exaggeration to admit that my body literally quivered under his touch. But more importantly, with that one move, I was forced to finally look at him, to see how his almond shaped eyes curved upward to meet the high cheekbones that carved their way down his striking jawline, and the way a few of his locks, tied in a messy top bun, still dangled down toward his amazingly chiseled shoulders. In an instant, the mirror that had once been my saving grace, cloaking everything around me, became a magnifying glass, drawing my eyes to him in a way that I seemed to have no control over. Hey there, he said with a smile, momentarily locking eyes with me. When you look as good as we do, there's no point in hiding it anyway, right? Now, is that what you say to everyone who finds themselves standing in front of you with barely any clothes on? As if I was having an out of body experience, I could hear myself trying to keep up our normal banter, even as my brain toiled over one thought and one thought only: how much I craved his touch in spite of myself. Nah, he whispered in response. Just you.
Woo, child. Okay, a little swoon worthy moment, a little swoon worthy moment. Guys, if you're just joining us, Darby gave us just a little snippet. She left you on a cliffhanger, all of that good stuff as well. So you need to go get you a copy of A Risk Worth Taking to find out what happens as well. Darby, thank you so much for reading that snippet with us on today and for joining us. And so, Darby, we're gonna do something a little different today. So I
Yeah.
know we usually play a round of this or that, but we're gonna do a little bit of rapid fire, okay?
Okay.
For our risk worth taking. So I'm gonna give you like a phrase, and of course, rapid fire. You give me the first thing that comes to your mind. So this is
I'm not
Angela's
good at
literary
these, Angela.
rapid fire edition. Look, we're gonna switch it up a little bit for a risk worth
Okay.
taking. Okay, rapid fire. Darby, I'm ready. Giselle's love language.
Acts of service.
Oh, okay, Darby. Brandon's most swoon worthy moment. You know I love a swoon worthy moment.
Woo. On the kitchen counter.
Ooh, child. Okay. One word to describe their chemistry.
One word. Can it be like a combo word?
It could be a combo word,
Okay.
Darby. It could be a
I will
combo word.
say soul stirring.
Okay. All right, Darby. Last one. A song that captures their relationship.
Oh, okay. This one I got. Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, God, and if you read the book, guys, if you read the book, Darby, thank you so much. That was fun. I like that rapid fire.
Woo!
I like your
That was
answers.
scary.
You did good, Darby. Oh my goodness. Guys, let me just tell you, you are in for a treat. A risk worth taking. It is available now. We'll be sharing with you in just a moment of how you can get your hands on a copy of it. Of course, there are 5 other books that are in this series as well. You have the Shoe Diaries. That's what started off. You have Bloom, Where You're Planted. You have London Calling. You have Her New York Minute, Falling for the Competition, and of course, hot off the press, a risk worth taking. Oh my goodness, Darby. Look, I am just overjoyed hanging out with you because this is book 6 in the Friendship Chronicles series. Darby, please share with the people how can they get their hands on a copy of A Risk Worth Taking?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, Angela, you always make me feel so excited about my own stuff. So thank you. You can get on my website at darbybaham.com/books. There are retail links for basically everywhere where you might want to buy it. So it's available everywhere, but that gives you like an easy out, right? If you want to get it from Barnes and Noble, if you want to get it from Amazon, if you want to get it from your local indie bookstore, go to darbybaham.com/books. And then, or you can also get it from Harlequin, but there's a button there as well. And I would say I have several indie bookstores that I've partnered with over the years who I would urge you to pick one of those. But if you're, buy it wherever you want to buy it. But if you go to darbybaham.com/books, you'll be able to get all of those retail links.
I love that. And Darby, Mama Tony has the question of the hour. Is this the last book in the series, my friend?
I don't know yet, Tony. TBD.
Okay.
Hopefully not, but we will see. I have some ideas floating, but nothing firm just yet. So I will let you know when I know.
Thank you so much, Darby. And guys, guess what? You know that Darby is gracing us with a giveaway on today. I know what the giveaway is. I can't wait for Darby to share what the giveaway is. Y'all know it's a book box. Y'all know Darby has the best book box. We had a conversation behind the scene. I was like, Darby, this book box, I was like, it's one of my favorites. It's my favorite, Darby. I was like, the stuff that you have inside, but I'm going to let her share what the giveaway is going to be. Because as you can see, guys, I'm getting excited. So whoever the winner is, you are in for a treat. Darby, what's the giveaway tonight?
So as Angela said, it is, and is, by the way, the last book/PR box for Risk Worth Taking.
For you guys here at the cafe.
Yeah.
Love us here at the cafe.
I set it aside especially for Angela's Literary Cafe. So it is the very last one. I'm excited for you guys to get it. Of course, it will have a signed copy of the book in it. It also has little swag items that give you little Easter eggs
Darby,
about what happens in the book.
Or
I can show.
You want me to show them?
You want to show? I can show. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll start here. We've got a s'mores kit. What do you want to show next, Angela? Are we gonna do the socks?
Um, yep, I have. Yep. Woo. Y'all know I love some
We've
fuzzy
got some
socks. Y'all know I love some fuzzy socks.
we've got oh yep, look at that. Look at us on point. Okay, we've got a
Yeah,
wooden
we hold it,
coaster.
got a little card.
We got a thank you card. And
Yes.
then the last thing is we've got a tote
Darby.
bag for the Friendship Chronicle.
Yes. I love it. Y'all, okay, this is the book box of book boxes. And did you hear what Darby said? It's the last one. She
It's the
saved
last
it for the cafe. So Darby's going to help me. I'm getting ready to go up and down the comment section. You know, all you had to do was to comment during this interview, okay, somewhere in there. And Darby is going to tell me when to stop. And when I stop, that person is going to be the winner of a gift box, the book box for a risk worth taking. Okay, Darby, let me get my stuff set up here.
Okay.
Okay. And Kim said, "Thank you for saving the box, Darby. Thank you, thank
Oh,
you
you're
so much for
welcome.
saving it for the cafe."
I
Okay,
had
I
to.
am ready. When you
You ready? Okay, you're
are,
going.
and then just whenever you tell me to stop.
I'm gonna say stop.
Okay. Midnight Ace Book Bar. It's your day, my
Ooh,
friend. You are the winner of the amazing,
congratulations.
amazing book box from Darby Baham. If you will inbox me, your information will be sure to get that out to Darby Baham. Guys, let me just tell you, we have had an amazing time hanging out with Darby Baham on today. A risk worth taking. It is hot off the press, ebook, print, whatever suits your fancy. Support your indie bookstore. And of course, guys, once you read it, leave a review. I know that my friend Darby will be so appreciative of that as well. And before we let Darby go, we wanted to also share with you, as you can see, Darby has on her Black Romance Book Fest t-shirt for 2025. You guys know that tickets will be opening up on August 15th. Darby will be back there for 2026 as well. So
Yay!
I'm super duper excited about that. All of that good stuff as well. So guys, make sure that you go to their website, you register, sign up for their newsletter, so you can be prepared to go to Black Romance Book Fest 2026 and meet Darby Baham there as well. Darby, you have to share with us, my friend, how can we stay connected with you?
Okay, so pretty much everywhere I'm at Darby Baham. So Instagram, Twitter, Threads. I think Facebook is Darby Baham author. I will say that I'm mostly active on Instagram, but if you contact me on any of those, I will get back to you. I will get back to you faster on Instagram. So I'm always in my DMs. I'm always, just checking things. You can certainly stay up to date with what's going on with me. And then I put out a newsletter every other month. So the last one came out in July. The next one will be September. You can subscribe for that at darbybaham.com/newsletter.
Yeah, and guys, definitely y'all sign up for her newsletter. Stay connected with her. She'll give you sneak peeks of what's to come. You get cover reveals. You get all the things. Hang out with her on her social media. Stay connected with her as well. You find out about these amazing boxes as well. Sometimes Darby will do art reads. I know we have a lot of readers on here that love to read and to review books or what have you. So check Darby out for that. And tell a friend to tell a friend about a risk worth taking. Book clubs out there. Great book for you guys to read as a book club. Buddy read. Y'all know we love to buddy read here. Or just enjoy it by yourself. Grab your favorite beverage and enjoy a risk worth taking. And again, don't forget to leave her a review. Darby, my friend, it has been amazing hanging out with you. The time goes by so fast, my friend.
Yes.
But of course, we have to allow you, my friend, the last words of what you want to say to the people.
I just want to thank you and everyone for having me on. This is not just my sixth book, it's my sixth time on Angela's Literary Cafe.
Yes.
And to think that it all started just from the Shoe Diaries and both of us realizing how much shoe girlies we were. And, to go from that and develop this budding friendship to finally meeting each other at BRBF. I am honored. I'm excited. I hope that you guys take a chance on the book and that you read it and come out of it feeling like I want everyone to feel when they read my books, is that you get to be loved for who you are as you are right now without having to become any more perfect or any more of anything else. You get to be loved right now. And so I hope that you give it a chance, and I am excited to hear your feedback.
Thank you so much, Darby. Guys, there you have it. Darby Baham, her new book, A Risk Worth Taking. That is our show on today. We've had an amazing time celebrating her new release with her on today. And guess what, guys? As we always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you back here at the cafe. See you later. Go get a risk worth taking. Bye-bye.
Bye.